Most travel guides will tell you to pack everything because you might need it. That's not packing, that's moving houses with wheels. What they don't tell you is that the best travel wardrobes aren't built by anticipating every possible moment. They're built by understanding the texture of your trip, the specific occasions you'll actually encounter, and then choosing pieces that move between them without fuss. I'm going to walk you through a Sézane travel capsule that I've built for a 2-week summer vacation. And I'm being very deliberate about this. This isn't about capsule wardrobe in the way everyone throws that phrase around. This is about elegance across occasions, restraint in your choices, and pieces that work with the logic you already know, not against it. Let's start with the airplane. So we start where every trip starts, and that's the airplane. And here's where most people make their first mistake. They wear something comfortable that makes them look like they've surrendered to their own existence. I'm choosing the Azio trousers as my first piece, and this is deliberate. These are tailored, they have structure, they're not leggings. The cut is wide and comfortable, and it's 100% viscose, as I find it very uncomfortable to travel in jeans. These pants make you look put together from the very first step of your journey, and you can use them later on for dinner or city strolls. Pair them with the Marcello tank top underneath and the Claudio jumper layered on top. The Claudio jumper will keep you warm on the flight and also comes in very handy on evenings with a cool breeze. Here's the formula: a neutral base, the tank, a structured trouser, and a sweater that anchors the whole thing. This isn't comfortable in a slouchy way. It's comfortable in the way that silhouette is comfortable. Your body knows it's held properly. And when you land, whether it's a 10-hour flight or a 2-hour regional hop, you step off the plane looking like you haven't been sitting in a metal tube. You look like someone who chose this look. Let's continue with the hotel and the breakfast options. Now you're at the hotel. First morning. This is a transition moment. You're between the journey and the experience, which means you need pieces that work in both states. Relaxed enough for breakfast, polished enough that if you run into someone interesting in the lobby, you're not scrambling. The Liliana dress is my anchor here. It's a fundamental piece. It's elegant enough to be a dinner option later in the week if you need it, but cut loose enough that it reads as morning casual when it's properly contextualized. The silhouette does the work for you. Pair it with the Paola Muse, which I'm using as my primary shoe throughout this entire trip because, and this matters, they work. They work at breakfast, they work in the street, they work at dinner if the dress is right. Or if you want another option that morning, you have the new Rome shorts and the Palmina blouse. I've tried the Palmina blouse before on this channel and I found it too revealing for an everyday use. Now we're talking vacation, and here's the time when it can truly have its big moment. Go for shorts that have a refined cut, like the new Rome, plus a blouse that has a great structure. That equals an outfit that doesn't feel like you woke up in resort wear. And then there's the third option, the Edward shorts with the Marcello tank top again. You're seeing this tank appear twice in the first day, which isn't accidental. Versatile neutral basics aren't about being boring, they're about being reliable. You have a tank that layers under your sweater, lives under a shirt, and works with shorts. That's what I mean by a system. And the Edward shorts in this beautiful shade of red add a pop of color to your travel capsule. The point of these breakfast options is that none of them are trying to be anything other than what they are. They're not athleisure, they're not casual luxury. They're clothes that respect the occasion and your own standards. This is actually a perfect moment to talk about what I built with my elegant wardrobe system, because what I'm doing right now, showing you these pieces across occasions, is the exact methodology that system teaches you. Most women think about getting dressed in categories. I need casual clothes, work clothes, evening clothes, separate boxes, separate identities. But if you approached it differently, what if every piece in your wardrobe was chosen with the understanding that it needs to perform multiple functions, that silhouette logic matters more than vibe, and that restraint isn't about limitation, it's about freedom? That's the difference. When you choose pieces this way, you're not shopping based on emotion or trend or I'll wear this someday. You're shopping based on how does this piece shift when I pair it differently. Can this trouser work both as a travel piece and as a part of an evening outfit? Does this blouse do the work I need it to do, or am I just banking on accessories to carry it? The system isn't about owning less, it's about understanding why you own what you own. And when you understand that, you can travel with this much elegance and this much flexibility. I've linked it in the description box down below for you. Let's continue with the dinner. Okay, dinner. This is where the romance of travel lives. Whether it's a restaurant in a piazza or a terrace overlooking the water, dinner on vacation is an occasion. It deserves intention. Start with the Sewell skirt in estate print or embroidered ecru. The cut here is architectural. There's structure, there's silhouette intelligence. This isn't a skirt that relies on a crop top or a corset to make sense. It's a skirt that is the composition. Pair it with the Ingrid mule, which is what dinner requires. Shoes that elevate. A bare leg if you choose, or that depends on where you are and what the season allows. Now the question, what top? You could wear the Marcella top. Yes, it appears again. Or you could choose the Anisella dress, which is a statement for itself. A dress for dinner is its own category. Dresses are inherently formal in a way that separate pieces aren't. There's a completeness to a dress. You don't have to solve the what goes with what equation. The dress has already made that decision for you. But here's where the system matters. The Anisella dress and the Sewell skirt aren't competition. The dress is for when you want the simplicity of a single garment. The Sewell skirt is for when you want to layer your choice. Maybe that night you want the skirt with a blouse you haven't worn yet. Maybe you want the dress because you're meeting someone and you want that clean line. Both are right. Both are elegant. The difference is in what you need that evening. The shoes for dinner are the Ingrid mules. These are elevated, elegant, they don't demand attention, and that restraint is exactly what makes them work across all these different dinner scenarios. Let's continue with the beach outfits. Beach is the category where most capsules collapse because women either underdress it or overdress it. It becomes either anything goes casual or I need a beach outfit that makes a statement. And both of those positions are exhausting. Here's the reality. Beach is an occasion. Not a vibe, not a throwaway, an actual location in your vacation. You're spending time at water, in sun, with exposure. That deserves pieces chosen with intention. The Martique swimsuit is your primary piece. A single swimsuit for a 2-week trip because the piece itself needs to be this good. It needs to have the cut, the fabric integrity, and the design intelligence that means you feel elegant at the water. Not self conscious, not performative, elegant. A good swimsuit does that. The Palmera bikini is your second option. Top and bottom, which means modularity. Maybe you pair the top with different bottoms depending on the day, or you use the bikini for a more active water moment and the swimsuit for lounging. You have options without having packed 5 swimsuits. Now, the critical part, the pieces you wear over this. Because beach isn't just the water. Beach is the walk to the water, the moment you're sitting with a book, the transition back to hotel. The Clementina blouse is here. You put this over your swimsuit when you're coming back from the water and heading to lunch, and suddenly you're not in a wet swimsuit looking for cover. You're a woman with a beautiful top who happens to have been at the beach. The silhouette shifts the context. The Edes short gives you another option. Shorts plus a blouse equals a complete look that still acknowledges the beach context without pretending it's anything other than what it is. Or you opt for the Maxine dress, which is a simple and very sophisticated dress. Shirt dress to be precise. This is my favorite beach cover up, but you could also use it as an outer layer for your city strolls to protect your skin from the sun. A dress that's cut well enough to work in multiple occasions is more valuable than having separate pieces for each. This is the system working for you. And then there's the Paola mules again, your primary shoe. At beach, you're barefoot at the sand and wearing mules everywhere else. That's the entire shoe strategy. One mule that does the work across all contexts. The Mila sunglasses are functional, yes, but they're also a piece. Quality sunglasses matter because they're on your face, which means they're part of every photo, every moment. Don't shortcut this. The Justine basket bag is your beach bag. Woven, elegant, it carries your things but doesn't shout beach bag. It reads like a bag you'd use anywhere, which is the restraint I keep returning to. Now, what can we wear for sightseeing? Sightseeing is the category where women often fail themselves because they think it requires practical or sporty, which in their minds means surrendering aesthetics. It doesn't. You're walking through cities, through museums, through sites. You want pieces that move with you, that don't fatigue you, that are cut in a way that supports your actual body and motion. But none of that requires looking like you're preparing for a hike. The Aya top is a starting point. It's simple, it's neutral, it's designed to work. Pair it with the Roman trousers, which are your second trouser option in the capsule. The Azio took you through the journey and the first days. The Roman takes you through the week. They are different cuts, which means different silhouettes, which means different outfit possibilities. The Mayana shirt in silk with short sleeves is another sightseeing piece. Silk changes everything because the fabric itself is doing the work. It's elegant because it's made of something that has inherent quality. Pair this with the Noah skirt and suddenly you have a sightseeing outfit that reads like you didn't have to think very hard about it, which is the goal. It should look effortless because the pieces themselves carry the elegance. Now the dresses. The Ariana dress in gold. Gold isn't neutral, but it's restrained in its own way. It's a color statement. Yes, but a whispered one. This dress works for sightseeing as a change of pace. It's elegant, it's elevated, it acknowledges that you're traveling somewhere worth getting dressed for. The Pippa dress is another option here. These two dresses for sightseeing contexts, are they the same function as your dinner dresses? Partially, but the key is that a dress that works for both a museum morning and an evening means you're not carrying redundant pieces. You're carrying pieces with range. The Maxu shirt is a longer form piece. It's 100% cotton, broderie anglaise, something that acknowledges warmth and comfort in a way that stays elegant. Pair this with any of your trousers or skirts and you have another sightseeing formula. Or wear it over the dresses as a light layer that protects you from the sun. For shoes, you're still in the Paola mules. Walking in elegant mules for a full day is possible if they're cut correctly and if you're not pretending you're hiking. You accept that you're walking in city context and you choose shoes appropriate to that reality. The Mini Maya basket is your sightseeing bag. A raffia bag is unobtrusive. It doesn't scream, I'm a tourist with a travel bag. It's a bag you'd use anywhere, which is why it works here. Jewelry is part of the sightseeing edit. A good earring transforms the casual into the intentional. It says you've thought about this. You've gotten dressed on purpose. Let me walk you through the actual pieces one more time because what I want you to see is the pattern, not just the list. So trousers, two options. Azio for travel and early week, Romain for the middle and later week. Different silhouettes, same purpose. Tops. The Marcello top appears 3 times because it's that reliable. The Palmina blouse and the Mayana shirt for elevation. The Aya top, Clementina blouse and Maxu shirt for range. The Claudio sweater for the journey. Skirts, the Soel skirt for dinner structure, the Noah skirt for sightseeing ease, the Edward shorts and New Rome shorts and Ides shorts for transition moments. Dresses, 4 of them. Each one performs differently, but none of them is redundant. The Liliana for breakfast elegance, the Anicella and Ariana, and Pippa for different occasions and different silhouettes. The Maxine mainly as a cover-up for the beach, but can also function as an outer layer. Shoes, the flat Paola mules for the beach and sightseeing, and basically every walking you have to do. The heeled Ingrid mule for dinner. That's the entire shoe strategy. Swimwear, 2 pieces that allow modularity. Accessories, sunglasses, earrings, 2 bags, one for the beach, one for everything else. This is what a travel capsule looks like when it's designed with system. It's not about minimalism for aesthetic reasons. It's about choosing pieces that do the work you need them to do, across the occasions you'll actually encounter without carrying redundancy. You're traveling for 2 weeks with the elegance and the flexibility that most women only achieve with twice the luggage. That's the point. If you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done yet, then please also subscribe. I upload videos on Sézane and elegant fashion several times a week. See you in the next one. Stay stylish.